Welcome to Biochamp Academy. Hope you all are doing great. In this video, we are going to learn about the structure of the motor neuron as well as the adaptation towards the structure of the motor neuron, that how it helps to transmit the impulses all across our body. So let's begin with the video. So here is the diagram for the motor neuron. So now inside our body we are having three neurons: sensory neuron, relay neuron, and motor neuron. So whenever you are touching the hot subject, for example, consider there is a hot coffee mug in front of you, and by mistake you are touching that hot surface, right? So what will you do? Immediately you are going to remove your hand, right? Within a fraction of second we are going to remove our hand from that hot surface. So why this response is there? That response is given by the nervous system. So when you touch the hot surface, that heat from that surface is going to be the external stimulus. That stimulus is detected by the receptor, which is a skin inside your body. So skin is going to uh, receive the signal from that external, you can say, the stimulus, right? Now once this receptor is going to receive that signal, it will transmit it to the sensory neuron. Sensory neuron transmit that nerve impulse or electric impulse to the relay neuron, which is present in the CNS or the spinal cord. And finally, from the CNS and spinal cord, they will transmit the nerve impulses to the motor neuron. And this motor neuron is going to transmit that impulse to the effector. So when we take the example of this hot mug, where our skin is touching the hot surface, at that time our skin is acting as a receptor, right? And then it is receiving the signal, it is transmitting in this particular way, and finally the effector here is also the skin. So when motor neuron is going to send the impulses or the response to the skin, immediately we are going to remove our hand from that surface. Clear? So this is how the nerve impulses are getting transmitted. So motor neuron is playing an important role to transmit this nerve impulse. That's the reason we are going to discuss about the structure of the motor neuron in this particular video. Okay, so let's now learn about the structure of the motor neuron, right? Okay, so here I have already drawn the structure of the motor neuron so that we do not have to waste our time and we can learn the structure and the adaptation towards the structure quickly. Okay, right. So the first part we are going to discuss is about the dendrite. So this part of the motor neuron here on the head part, it is called as dendrite. So this all are going to be the dendrites, right? The singular term is dendron and the plural is dendrite. So these dendrites are attached with the relay neurons. This is the part of relay neuron. When relay neuron send the signal, it will be received by the dendrite. So what is the role of dendrite? That it is going to transmit the nerve impulses which it is getting from the relay neuron towards the cell body. So from here it will transmit it towards the cell body. Clear? Now we have to also know about the cell body, that what is cell body. Everything inside our body is made up of cell, right? These neurons are also the specialized cells present inside our body. Clear? So because they are cell, they do have nucleus. So this part is the nucleus of the motor neuron. Surrounding the nucleus, it is having this cytoplasm. So the cell body is a combination of nucleus and cytoplasm. So when dendrite is going to receive the signal from the relay neuron, it will transmit it towards the cell body. And then the third part, which is called as axon, this entire elongated part of this motor neuron is called as axon. So whatever nerve impulses is coming here in the cell body, this axon is going to transmit it towards the axon terminals like this, right? So what is the role of the axon? It will transmit the impulses away from the cell body. Dendrite will transmit towards the cell body, axon will transmit away from the cell body. Clear? Towards the axon terminals, and axon terminals are attached with the effector. So effector can be any muscle or gland which is giving us the final response. For example, the hot surface of the mug, Your skin is going to be your effector. We are removing our hand, right? So that is going to be our effector. Clear? So this is about the dendrite, cell body of the motor neuron, axon, axon terminal, and effector. Now, why the motor neuron is different from the other neurons? Because of this entire part. So this is very important to learn and to understand, right? When motor neuron is transmitting nerve impulses away from the cell body towards the effector, at that time, this response is very fast. We are getting response towards the stimulus very fast, right? Within a fraction of second, we are getting the response from our body, right? Why? Because of this kind of the structure we are having in the neurons. Clear? Now, the first thing here we have to learn is about this part. This is called as myelin sheath or myelinated sheath present in the axon part of the motor neuron. So these myelin sheaths are basically made up of lipids. That's the reason they are hydrophobic. 15 to 20 number of the layers of the Schwann cells, which are the lipid cells, are present and making the entire myelin sheath. Right? Now, because they are hydrophobic, are acting as an insulator. So this is the most important role of the myelin sheath, that myelin sheaths are made up of lipids and they are acting as the insulator. What does it mean? It means that it works as insulator. It won't allow the impulse to get transmitted. So impulses cannot be transmitted like this from this particular neuron. Then how we are getting response? How the impulses are passing from this stage to this stage? So instead of transmitting the impulses like this, impulses have to jump across the gap present between the myelin sheath. These gaps are called as nodes of Ranvier. Clear? Because impulses cannot pass across myelinated sheaths, they have to jump across the nodes of Ranvier. So ultimately what will happen? Ultimately it results in the faster impulse transmission. So because of this jumping, impulses are getting transmitted very fast and we are getting response very fast, and that is known as saltatory conduction. Clear? So ultimately the role of the myelin sheath is to give us a faster impulse transmission, a faster nerve response. Clear? If we talk about the neurons, remember here, if we talk about the neurons which are non-myelinated, meaning the impulses can be easily transmitted here, right? These are the myelinated neurons. But consider, imagine for a second that there is no myelin sheath present here. There is no myelin sheath. Then impulse will pass like this, right? In that case, impulse will be transmitted at the rate of 1 meter per second. But as we know that motor neuron is myelinated, so impulse cannot be transmitted like this. It has to jump, right? So in case of the myelinated neuron, the rate of the impulse transmission would be 100 meter per second. See the difference. That's the reason that myelinated neurons gives us very fast impulse transmission, very fast nerve response, and we are getting the response quickly. So 100 times faster response than the non-myelinated neuron. So this is the most important part of the motor neuron, that they are myelinated, meaning they won't allow the impulse to be transmitted, acting as the insulators, and ultimately impulses has to jump across the nodes of Ranvier, so it will result in the faster impulse transmission. Clear? So I hope that now you understood clearly about the structure and adaptation of the motor neuron. So thank you so much for learning with Biochamp Academy. I will see you soon with another interesting topic of biology. Till then, please do like, share this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.